test the microphone. Mic check, 1, 2. Hello, and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel, where I'm passionate about helping victims of all ages and all genders overcome the fear of facing the abuse to become survivors. Over here, we don't do moments of silence, we do moments of speaking, where we speak out the names of the victim, which is the American community, and we speak out the names of the abuser, the Biden administration, the Democrats. Anyway, so I'm just excited to be here tonight to go live to talk about this very delicate situation that we got going on here. You know, the upcoming elections, the power of the vote, the power of us uniting together to get justice. We started out over here under the umbrella of getting justice for Shanquilla Robinson, to leverage that to be able to get justice for past victims. Along the way, we recognized that we weren't going to just get any type of justice by just talking, that we had to get political to have a strong voice. And so we started on this road of getting some political strength by joining together, because we know that there's strength in numbers. We also know that divide and conquer is a legit strategy that has been used on us in the whole world, right? So I'm just excited. And for those of you who don't know me, 52 years old and a proud Gen Xers, right? It's our time, Gen X people. Gen X, we need to stand, we need to do something, because Gen Xers, we was here before the internet. So we know the real truth. We know the stuff when math and science ruled, when, sanity was happening. And now, so that's why we got to stand up, y'all. We got to stand up and lift our voices and stand on the truth, right? And that's what's going to join us together. There's no power in just blah, 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 just yodeling. You've got to use your power as an American citizen to vote so you can get some justice. We see that the current administration is really standing in the way of all of the justice that we trying to seek out here. So that's why we've got to get through this here roadblock, and we've got to have courage to talk about this, right? So we've been talking about it, and look at y'all coming up in here. I hope y'all hitting the like button on your way in here. Let's see here who is in the house. Roll call. Roll call. USA. USA. We got to be proud. Can't be ashamed. Just like how they kind of made us ashamed to even call on the name of God. Right? Made us ashamed to stand on the fact that there's only two genders, male and female. People, we sitting around stepping on our words and stuff like that because of insanity. And like I said before in prior videos, over here, we do not do delusional thinking. We don't do delusional thinking. Period. Point blank. All right, let's see here. What's up, Niall? Niall Oracle says, peace and love, my sister Queen. Would be lovely to see you again. Thank you very much. Lovely to see you all again also. Welcome to the Ironic Beauty channel. Hit that like button on your way up in here. Oh, hey, what's up, Andrew? Hopefully you watched the whole D.I. Dong video, honey. Oh, look at you. Yeah, I did get some of it. I got some of it, but it's real deep. We got a long road. Well, we have short time, but a long road. There's a lot of stuff that we have to learn. And read, y'all. We got to read. We got to learn. We have to take notes because the evidence is out there. So by getting distracted, by just getting rally and people talking and stuff like that, but not checking the history of this, I'm sure I'm butchering the name here, But yes, this was a good clue here, a good piece of the puzzle. And if we look back on history, we can see exactly why we are where we're at today. So thank you, Andrew, for the nuggets that you have been bringing over here to the All Around Attributed and channel. Andrew says, anybody ever tell you that you remind them of one of the gals in Police Academy movie? No, no one's ever told me that. I don't know any of the gals in the Police Academy movie. I don't think I know it's one of those slapstick type comedies. I don't know. I was never really into that. Now I've got to go check out these Police Academy movies. No, never been told that, Andrew. What's up, Karen? Karen says, at Andrew, I know who you're talking. Oh, now we have to pull it up here. So I know who you're talking about. The lady from the Police Academy had me crack it up. Okay, so now y'all, why y'all doing this to me? All right, let me see here. I'm gonna check it out. All right, Andrew says, I'm trying to get American Patriot News. Oh yeah, to get a hold of you. Oh, okay. You came close to seeing them, but didn't type in the full name. Okay. Well, I got my coffee. My coffee tonight, and also some popcorn, and we'll get some stuff going. I'm gonna be up all night. Once this coffee kick in, we'll do an all-nighter, and of course, like the last time. I like doing that. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm ready to tell it. I'm ready to tell it. You know what I mean? We have to be advocates. And again, for those of you who don't know me, I've got over 30 years of nursing experience. So I am used to being an advocate for people, right? And that's what I enjoy doing. And right now, the victims are we people, we the people, we the people. Lord. Okay, anyway, Andrew says Israel has one of the finest fighting forces in the country. Joe Biden, wow. Sunday 60 Minutes, they didn't even ask him if he wants to change his stupid. Yeah. And I was going to say, too, that we've heard more from President Trump than Biden to say any of this stuff. That further goes to show you that President Trump is probably right when he says that it's really Obama who's the boss. Because Joe Biden, I mean, yeah, he's not... Can you tell me your name and date of birth? Do you know where you're at? These are questions that I ask the patients every day to check their orientation, see what it is, right? And you'll be surprised that some of them aren't all here ready to be oriented. Anyway, Andrew says Biden is getting turned away from Israel and other countries right now. What? Yeah, we're about to see some stuff here. We're going to see some stuff. So I will get started with the first video because I need to adjust the heat. I'm starting to, so I need to get the air back on. So I'm going to share this here video, the live that's happening right now with President Trump. One of them, then I'll be back. Oh, I shall be back. All right, so let's see here. And then we're going to talk about the Abraham accounts, all that good stuff. Let me just go ahead and do this before I break out into a horrible sweat, and I'll be right back. So just for now, just get warmed up on this here. All right, hold up. This is going on live action now. Oh, yeah, sure. Woo. Okay, I need to turn this heat down. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Boo, y'all. All right, so I will take myself out.
Called nature. That's called the way it is, but it's a shame. What's happened is a shame. And Iran is behind this. In case anybody, they don't like to say it because they gave
President talking
$6 billion. I heard the trade. I said, finally, we make a trade that's even, because usually we make a trade where, trade of hostages. By the way, I did 58 hostages. We never paid 10 cents because it's a horrible precedent. But I'd always see where they make a trade where, we get 2 people and they get 10 people and stuff like that. I mean, the trade with Russia was a tough trade. They got the world's #1 arms merchant. They call him the merchant of death. They got them. Now we got one person And then we didn't even get the other gentleman out. They wouldn't even give us the other gentleman. These are the worst negotiators. But I heard this one, 5 for 5. We get 5, you get 5. And I was happy. Then I said, and also the United States will give them $6 billion. I said, that doesn't seem, we get 5, they get $6 billion. It's and that's nothing compared to what they did, really, because what they did is much worse than that. Because we wouldn't allow other countries to buy their oil. We said, if you want to buy their oil, you can, but you can't do business in the United States. That included China. And in addition to that, anything you sell to us, we're going to tariff you like at 100%. So everybody said, well, we didn't buy. So they were broke. If you look at Iran in my last couple of years, they were broke and they were ready to make a deal. We would have made a good deal for them, for everybody. They would have been happy. Okay? They would have been happy. And we would have made a deal. We just want one thing. We want no nuclear weapons. And we don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. And they are now weeks away from having a nuclear weapon.
Wow.
And these guys don't even talk about it. And once they have a nuclear weapon, you're not going to be able to even discuss anything with them.
Tell the truth.
They won't even take your phone call.
So I'm going to come back.
It's so sad because we had them at a point where we could have made any deal.
All right, so we're going to have some fun tonight. Let's see here. Andrew is said, hey, over there. Andrew says, there was that 6-year-old in Chicago stabbed to death recently over what? Palestine BS. And I tell people who are outraged by it, guess what? If you voted for Biden, that's right. Wow. Yeah. I was looking at, I had did a live a few days ago or whatever. And, people in, I want to say Chicago, they mad because they about to drop, they dropping off all these immigrants into their communities and stuff. And all they're doing is a whole bunch of these Democrats and stuff all gathered around angry and stuff. And guess what? Nothing could be done. They just because y'all mad and all that stuff, it's too late. It's already voted in there and stuff. So yeah. Yep, that's great point there, Andrew. So let's I like to go off beat sometimes here. Let's see what we can do with that here. Well, we'll do some short stuff, and then when we run out of things, we'll come back to this speech because it's a great speech. I like what the president is saying. Let's see here. Let's see what the new stuff is here on this here Biden stuff. What did you say happened up in there? Let me see. Where was I? Oops. And we'll check out that journal. And this is some little short stuff too here. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with President. Let's do this then. We'll let him talk a little bit longer, President Trump, while I investigate what you're talking about over there, Andrew. I just got tossed off.
Everyone else, I think there's a substantial chance. I mean, I would say that's, but we stand with Israel, and something's going to happen that I don't know. I look at the level of ferocity right now, and that didn't exist 3 years ago. It didn't exist because they didn't have the cards. Now they have a lot of the cards, and it's a very, very, very bad thing. I've been telling you for the last year, and did you ever hear the expression, Trump was right about everything they have had? If you look back, I mean, I don't want to brag here, but I've been right about everything. I've been right about everything.
He was right.
I mean, Putin, and I got along well with the fake news media back there. They would say, oh, it's terrible that he got along. Well, he's got a lot of nuclear warheads, and getting along. But I got along very well with him. He would have never done it
Let's see here.
for a lot of reasons. Number one, I said, you can't do it, Vladimir, because if you do it, you're going to get hit so hard. Oh. And I don't want to tell you what I said in terms of where he's getting hit, but very hard. And he said, no way. I said, way. No way. No way. And
what's happening in Chicago?
Honestly, he didn't believe me, but he believed me 10%. That was enough. He would have never gone in. And, we got along, but he would have never gone in on that. But, where he also wouldn't have gone in, I had oil at $40 a barrel. Now it's $100 a barrel, and it was even $115 when he really started this thing. He was making so much money because the oil was far greater than the cost of a war. Believe it or not, you think war is like so expensive, and it is. And now oil is getting ready to hit another all-time high, and so it's very hard. So that Biden, by stopping all of the energy coming out, he wants to put windmills all over the place, and he wants to do things that are very expensive, but he doesn't want any petroleum. He doesn't want any petroleum product. And he doesn't want oil and gas, although he's taking it from Venezuela. Did you see that? Venezuela was supposed to be the enemy. When I left, I think we would have taken over Venezuela. And now all of a sudden they're selling us. Thank you very much, Venezuela, for selling us your tar. They have not good stuff. And for the environmentalists, they say Venezuela. Where the only refineries in the entire world that can refine that crap are in Houston, Texas.
Wow.
So it's sent to Houston, Texas.
They got issues and problems with these migrants. All right, so I'm curious about this here too. We're about to check out this new thing over here with Chicago, these Chicago people. All right, let's see here. Here's one. This is a short one. Let me just show y'all first here what I'm looking at. These Chicago people. All right, look at here. All right. Black Chicago people. So it's a community meeting Thursday night. So they having community meetings. I saw this too. It's pretty good. All right. Community meetings. It says Thursday night in Woodlawn was packed with many people not happy about the city's decision to go ahead. I knew that. So they had all those people out there saying that they didn't want this. But the community decided to go ahead with it. I mean, they didn't listen to those people. They didn't listen. All right, so I'm not going to do that one. All these copyrights on here. Okay, here's one that's not a copyright. So I will, let me click this. Here's news. All right. Hold on if it don't go through.
On this May 1st, a May Day march into downtown Chicago by immigrants demanding a piece of the American dream.
The marchers are also calling.
Wait a minute. This is good here. This here is 5 months ago, right? So we're gonna do this one, and then we'll go back to what's happening now today. All right, let's see here. All right.
For help for the thousands of migrants bused to Chicago and stranded by the governor of Texas. Dane Placco has more now from Federal Plaza.
Woo, wait. Did he just say the governor of Texas? So we just heard President Trump say that the only place that they can refine that tar is in Texas. These are dots, y'all, connecting the dots here. This was 5 months ago. Look at here. 5 months ago, May 1st. So Texas round up a bunch of these immigrants and then drop them off in Chicago. Fast forward 5 months later, Chicago is catching the blues. They're catching the blues.
To feel strongly about something, to come out and march on a day like this, but that's certainly true of those celebrating May Day here in Chicago by demanding immigration reform.
Wow.
Despite a cold, blustery rain, about 40 people.
All right, now look who's marching here now 5 months ago. Look at the crowd's face. Let's brag back a little bit. All right, and then this goes more to show how they do the division and stuff, right? Here's some white people here in Texas. They marching. Let's see if they get their needs met. All right. Look at the demographics here. Look at that. All right.
Celebrating May Day here in Chicago by demanding immigration reform. Despite a cold, blustery rain, about 40 people gathered at Union Park on Chicago's west side, then marched into the Loop in Federal Plaza, demanding a path to citizenship for the estimated 12 million undocumented people who've been living and working in the United States for years.
Undocumented? Did he say 12 million? Now, let me just say this real quick. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, this is my first time to really just be like getting off into this stuff. I used to just mind my own business and do the thing. I was blindly herded like a bunch of people, a bunch of us were. And, I had no clue. This is, Wait a minute, where's my video? Gee whiz. I'm gonna roll it back a little bit because I think I heard him say 12 million people. Undocumented people. I heard him say 12 million undocumented people. Roll back.
Who've been living and working in the United States for years. They say May Day, an international workers' rights holiday, is the right time to ask for immigration reform because they make up such a large part of the American economy.
We demand Biden, the administration, Biden, he listen to the people. He listen, he make a reform, immigration reform for the people that
Whoa! They're demanding Biden. Now, he can barely speak English, but he's demanding Biden to give rights. There, right? Look at there. Let's see what they do, who they going to get these rights.
For the people that stay here.
The people that stay here.
He make a reform, immigration reform for the people that stay here for Biden, he listen to the people.
American economy.
We demand Biden, the administration, Biden, he listen to the people. He listen, he make a reform, immigration reform for the people that stay here for a long time.
The marchers are also asking for more help and money for the 8,000 migrants who've been bused to Chicago by Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
Texas, like, he got him up out of his state. I heard that. Since y'all want to be so good to them over here, giving them resources and stuff, here go another busload of them. Here go 8,000 more. It's not, y'all not gonna feel this dent. Y'all got 12 million over there already. Here go another 8,000. Y'all could, here you go.
And who are currently living in police stations and other public facilities because of the lack of shelter space.
These shameful games are costing people's lives. We see suicide rates in these now detention centers because that's what they are. They are migrants and refugees.
Organizers say today's rally will pale in comparison to a much larger march planned in early August to demand action in Washington. At Federal Plaza, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Okay, so y'all see that was 5 months ago, May 1st, all right? This is what they were saying then. Wow. See, that's why you got to, be on top of the stuff because look at how, fast forward 5 months later and now we're here. Okay, and now we're here. All right. Hopefully, let me see here. All right, I'm going to go for it. Let me see here. Now we fast forward 5 months later, and let's see who's out there complaining now. All right. Who voice did they hear? All right. Let's see here. This is a little 2-minute one. It says South Shore residents outraged over proposal to house migrants at old high school. Wow. Immigrants march. Okay, this is the one that's 5 months ago. Oh, this is both 5 months ago. Huh. We put recent up here. Well, where's the one where I could put recent? No, today. Huh. 5 months ago. All this is old stuff. Is there some more trickery going on? What the hell? Huh. Okay, let me come back over here. Figure out what I'm going with this today. Where is my filter? Let me get today's stuff. Cause I promise I felt like I just saw something on this days ago where they're trying to put them in a park and people was upset. Video shows migrants locked out in Chicago. Oh, they locked them. Oh, okay, here's one. 13 days ago. This might be funny. Let's see here. Y'all want to cry when y'all was in that line voting for Creepy Joe. All right, here goes one. Video shows migrants locked out of Chicago police station. It says migrants live or live in Chicago police station as city deals with influx. Wow, so they're just dumping them all over the place. Migrant arrested outside Chicago police station after scuffle with police. Wow. All right, so these migrants is they've been a problem because this here's a month ago. So these migrants are becoming a problem. It's too many. It's too many. Just like President Trump said, going to flood the borders. All right, let's just see here. This one is 13 days.
The big story right now, migrants continue to flow into the city as frustration is mounting among Chicago residents. In just about an hour, a protest is set to kick off outside of South Shore High School.
And earlier this afternoon,
that's how it's looking in California too. Look at this. We just gonna sit right here. Look at that. He's smirking on the face. These fools.
Hundreds of migrants reportedly arrived at O'Hare Airport as we take a live look at the building right near Terminal 5, where a number of families have been staying.
And here's the latest data from city officials. It shows Chicago shelters housing more than 9,800 migrants, while more than...
Wow. What a slap in the face.
3,000 still await placement. More than 17,000 migrants have come to Chicago since last year. And all this happens as we found a surprise at police stations downtown.
17,000. That's a lot.
The buildings where dozens of migrants had been living were cleared this afternoon with the doors locked. Casey Cronus was there. She joins us on her way to check out the situation at O'Hare.
He got a bike. Woo, they giving them all their resources. Them poor little Democrats, yeah, they used to getting, it's supposed to be y'all's check, right? Look, they giving it to Julio. Let me stop.
Casey.
Hey, Anthony and Natalie, that's right. We will keep you posted on the situation at O'Hare as soon as we arrive. But about an hour and a half ago, take a look. We visited Chicago Police District 1, located at 17th and State. There, with the help of our photographer, Raphael, who translated for us, we spoke with a migrant who says he ventured here from Venezuela. Like so many others, he's been staying in the lobby
Venezuela.
of that.
Isn't that something? Isn't that another country that we heard President Trump, you know, they buying this tar from, right? It's not a surprise that they've opened the borders here. This is other reasons to know why that there's no justice for Shanquilla when not we, but this Biden administration is chummy with these countries that don't mean us any good here. JP6 says Chicago is going to use economics to put out the undesirable people. Yeah, right. Let's see here. Andrew said, check all those Chicago people mad they are blaming Brandon and never say a damn thing how they voted for Biden. Yeah. I was just saying that too the other day. Okay, that's right. Yeah. All right. The solution is all of us joining together to vote for President Donald Trump, who, if you look at what he's done and not listen to what people tell you he said or did. Look at his record. Look at the type of his character. You know, look at those things, and then that's what you do. Right? When he was in charge, the country was doing great. Country was doing great. Here is someone who, after all what they've done to him, still wants to run for the president for us. And that's how we support. And instead of fighting them outside amongst each other and not getting any type of results done. All these people that's going to all these demonstrations and stuff, those don't do nothing. They're laughing. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you. They're laughing at you, y'all Democrats that voted for this crap. That's been blindly voting for these Democrats just because, who knows? Like I said, the flea in the glass jar, the jar has been lifted. Jump, people, jump. You don't have to stay in this. So I want to show this here. Let me show this real quick to you. This here, my little quick. I love this short. Is this here? No. That it? That ain't it either. Got there. Anyway, I have a little quickie short. I should should just play mine. Yeah, I got this. That's the solution. The solution is we getting political. We making sure you're registered to vote as a Republican during this caucus, so we can take control and get this country back. Protect our children. The reason why they are targeting our children is because the president likes children. So that's why. You hear me play this real quick. This is a quick, easy one. People can understand this here. Where is my volume? Oh, turn it.
But knowing what's going on, just because you've been told to always vote.
Oh, she is not.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, she is not wrong. Listen to this.
That they got more men doing damn water dance than women. And that's because, anyway, it's deep.
I'm going to challenge all Black people for this 2024 election to stop going to your polling place and just voting Democrat, Democrat, Democrat without even knowing what's going on, just because you've been told to always vote for the Democratic Party. What has the Democratic Party done for us as Black people in the past, I don't know, 50 years? Now, even the first Black president, he didn't do for the advancement of Black people in this country whatsoever. Barack Obama did more for the LGBTQ community, more for the gay.
I was saying that back then. And I'm glad to see that other people got it. And that's why we're where we're at today, where we have to, be subjected to all of these laws where men can go into women's spaces, private spaces, and nothing be said. Where your child can go to school and get conditioned and brainwashed into transgendering. Into mutilating their body. And if you as a parent don't agree, the government is taking over your children and, kidnapping them pretty much.
Gay community, signing laws protecting them and their advancement and their rights that he did for Black people the entire 8 years he was in office. So why are we still sitting up here voting Democrat when they don't do for us? When we have...
And then crying about it. We voted you in. We don't want these immigrants in our neighborhood. We'll vote you out. It's too late. They're already in. You think y'all grouping together, hooting and hollering about it's going to change something? No. This is how you make the solution, is by getting in on ground level instead of complaining when the deed's already been done.
Old white men telling us you ain't black if you don't vote for me. But then he goes into office and does absolutely nothing for black Americans. But we sit up here and we vote Democrat.
And that's all it took for people to for black people to vote for Biden. Just that he was under the Democratic box. When the creepy stuff he was doing as a vice president. That was already known about him.
Every single time because we've been told to. Hasn't helped you, hasn't helped your mama, and it's not going to help your kids.
Oh, she is not wrong. Listen to this.
I'm going to challenge all black people for this 2024 election to stop going to your polling place and just voting Democrat, Democrat, Democrat without even knowing what's going on, just because you've been told to always vote for the Democratic Party.
Told. Come on, y'all. JP6 says the foreigners need to enter through the front door. That's what President Donald Trump is saying. Give it to the veterans and Americans. That's what President Trump is saying. He said it's atrocious that all these immigrants are getting all these resources, yet we have veterans in wheelchairs sleeping outside. Donald Trump is about making America first, putting Americans first, not against helping people, but we need help here. The same thing these Democrats is whining about. And that's how you get the solution, by voting for a leader who has integrity, who stands for principle and keeps a stance on things. Not this. Right? And all the stuff that they've said about President Trump, it's all hearsay. This is a video showing creepy Joe Biden sniffing children and embracing and squeezing on women, being inappropriate. Some of this stuff was done when he was vice president, and he still got voted in. Or did they cheat like President Trump said? Was the election rigged like President Trump said? Who are the people that voted for this guy?
Cognitive and physical decline has been well documented throughout his administration. Mumbles and stumbles often make headlines and are mocked by primetime television hosts. But what is not widely spoken about is Joe Biden.
Look at this child pulling away. Look at this. He's making skin to skin contact. He doesn't even care he's on TV because this is his character. He's just being himself. Look at his energy once he sees a kid. This is a predator. A child predator.
Biden's creepiness.
Look at this girl.
Sniffing children, inappropriate.
And look at all these grown-ups that's been sacrificing these children. All of these are guilty for watching these children get molested.
Touching and strange whispering have all come up multiple.
Look at this. They know it's not right. Look at these kids.
Times throughout his presidency. But the mainstream.
Look at her face.
Media seem to sweep the concerning behaviour under the rug. Sky News All-Stars Rita Panahi, Paul Murray, and James Morrow exposed Joe Biden's.
Look at that. What is this?
Creepiest moments.
Wait, I gotta do this. Wait a minute. Look at his face. I gotta do a still shot on that.
Joe Biden's creepiest moments.
That's it right there. Look how he's looking into that baby's face. I don't even want to show it. That's disgusting. Oops. I'm gonna be in trouble with this music.
President Joe Biden claims that the children of America are all our.
See, so he's made that claim. That's why they have these laws out where if your child wants to transition and you don't want to allow it, they can go to this safe house, because he said that these are all of our children. It don't matter that you carried it for 9 months and had 26 hours of labor and 32 stitches. What do you mean these are your children?
Children. But he's taken that claim a little too far on many occasions, acting very strange in his interactions with kids. Arguably the strangest of
gross.
Joe Biden's creepy behavior is his hair sniffing and close proximity to children's.
It's like barely, practically nibbling on this young girl's ear. Look at her. She's turning away.
Faces.
You see the mom? Okay. Look at these kids. They're sacrifices. Little sacrificial lambs. This is sad, y'all. Sad. This is despicable.
It's just a few of those moments.
Yeah. Let me whisper a secret.
He said, let me whisper you a secret. Do you hear this mother MF sniffing? This is a sickness.
Don't tell mommy what I told you.
Don't tell mommy. Who does that? Who says that? That's a predator. This is what your uncle who molested you said. Don't tell nobody. Why is the president telling secrets to kids and telling them not to tell their mommy? I can't get that ain't what I want. Why? Huh? Can somebody answer that to me? God darn it, what's my angle? I'm sorry, y'all. See, no, that ain't it. How about, oh, this is it. There we go. Okay, and that's better. Somebody tell me. Look at, you see the.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. He sniffs too many children, that man.
Times when he gently rearranges it.
He is caressing her hair. There's a difference between touching and caressing. This is a caress.
Young girl's hair and whispers in her ear, then rearranges some more. There's nothing pervy here. The VP knows he's on camera.
Look at her. Look at her face. Now watch the mom's face too.
These swearing in ceremonies, and the parents are right there as he leans in for a kiss.
This is disgusting. What is he doing? Look at the baby's face. What the hell? Child doesn't want it.
Joe, stop eating the children. This may be some of the creepiest creepy Joe behavior I've ever seen. And I watch this stuff for a living.
And y'all want to know why they are targeting our children? Y'all want to know why? Look at the president. Wake up, people. Wake up. And because the bulk of Black people blindly just go vote for Democrat, this is how this kind of crap is slid in there. And history has shown you that the Democrats don't have your back. History has shown us that Black people have more in line with the Republican Party than they do with the Democrats. We believe in God.
Here, the president was giving a talk about conservation actions taken by his administration when he spotted, You know where this is going?
Woo.
Small child with lots of very...
Look how he lights up when he sees a child. Look at the president's energy. Watch it.
Sniffable hair. Let's have a look. Oh, there he goes. He sees the kid. Yeah, picks her up. Yep. Oh, it doesn't look happy. She does not look tremendously happy about this. What is going on here? She's saying, Daddy, can somebody please save me? No, Joe, no, Mr. President, you can't do this. Don't sniff the hair. Don't take the kid with you. This is, where are we going with this, Mr. President?
This is multiple videos. Whenever somebody says something about Trump, it's a statement. It's statements. When we see the videos, we see something different. Let me finish this out, then we're going to show some videos of Trump.
Kevin, go down.
Watch how this girl snatched her hand. See that? She snatched her hand back very quickly. Watch it. All right. Watch. Look at her face too. Let me see if I can blow this up. Look at her face. Look at all these people, these grown-ups, right? Nobody is protecting the children. That's why we got to vote this out so we can protect our children. Look at this. All of them around. They see this is this. Look at this. Look how he's holding her hand. Watch the girl.
Our old mate Swampy Joe, otherwise known as Creepy Joe Biden, had to apologize when he was trying to become the Democratic nominee.
And this was stuff done as the vice president. Okay, so this is pre-existing behavior. And this is who the Democrats voted in blindly.
For kissing too many people on the hair, sniffing their hair, being a bit too awkward.
Look at this. Look at her face. See, this is how women and children just been sacrificed. Because why didn't he check him? That's his wife. Man, get your hands off my wife like that. Nobody stood up for the women and children. President Donald Trump is standing up for women and children. He stands up for people.
All the time. You would have seen this over and over and over again. Very uncomfortable. Thanks very much, Miss stay away from me. This was a joke way back when, but then, of course, he wasn't Donald Trump, so we have to pretend that none of this happened. Well, now it doesn't really matter because he can do whatever he wants, including ruining the American economy, and then guess what happens? They'll still keep cheering him on. Well, guess who's just reverted to being creepy President Joe?
But first to the US, and he's back. Yes, Creepy Joe is back. President Joe Biden went off script this week, and it went all wrong when he made these bizarro comments about a little girl.
And he's just talking because he's being himself. And this is how, listen to the words, right? Nobody's putting words in his mouth. There's multiple videos, multiple evidence of this behavior. This is predator behavior. This is pedophilia behavior. Or I'm sorry, what do they call it? Minor attractive adult.
While giving a speech at a military base in Virginia. Now, keep in mind, the little girl he's talking about is primary school aged.
I love those barrettes in her hair, man.
Look at his face. He's drooling. Somebody get this man a bib. He's up here drooling. I like those barrettes in your hair.
I tell you what, and look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old.
Look at her. She looks like he sounds like he's on a porn call, a sex call. Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, trying to give her some aid so he can justify why he's lusting after an 8-year-old. It's disgusting.
There was like a little lady in a race car.
Ew, what? The little girl is like 8 or 9. Let's not comment on how she crosses her legs and pretend that she looks like she's 19.
Why didn't somebody, her dad or mother, a parent, somebody go up there and give him a bloody nose for that? What kind of disgusting crap is that?
You can imagine the media meltdown if Trump said anything like that. Oh no, he's done it again.
Now, a very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys who are 30.
Look how she pulls back. Creepy.
Okay.
No what?
No serious guys who are 30.
Don't keep that in mind. At least. Yeah, look. They like, hey, look, somebody done. You know, get them. Don't video.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all, is it? Getting into a young girl's personal space and telling her not to have any boyfriends until she's 30. And look at how the alarmed Secret Service dude tries to stop this being taped once he sees that Joe has reverted back to this peculiar behaviour.
And it's not only children who the president is making uncomfortable. Celebrities and other world leaders also can't escape Joe's creepiness, says Sky News host Piers Morgan.
It was a moment, Rob, was a bit disconcerting, as so many are with President Biden, where King Charles appeared to be scolding a guard and trying to direct the president. He seemed to be losing his way as to exactly where he was or even what day it is. I don't know if we've got any footage of that, but it was. I think we've got it here. I think, but it was all a bit awkward, and the president does look like he doesn't really know where he is. This is the latest in a series of just embarrassing moments, sort of senior moments. Yes, President Biden's fallen over. He's tripped on planes. He's said some daft things and so on. How concerning is this to you as an American citizen?
We've seen President Biden have a lot of gaffes on stage, shaking hands with invisible people. In his defense on this part, I think when a lot of Americans go over there, they haven't been briefed up or studied enough on how to handle the royal family. We've seen it with President Trump. We saw President Obama give the Queen an iPod that didn't work. I think we were talking about the green room. They make a point of accidentally making themselves look like that. Don't walk in front of the king. Even I know that, but I think the king did a good job kind of grabbing President Biden, saying, "Hey, pal, let's do this."
Well, actually, I was more concerned with the president kept grabbing the king because you just don't touch the monarch. I mean, Louise.
Pissed because this is a disrespect to their culture. Listen to him.
We know this when the Australian Prime Minister Paul Keating once did this to the Queen Elizabeth. He was called the Lizard of Oz by the British papers because you do not touch the monarch. And President Biden kept putting his arms grappling like an octopus around our monarch.
Around our monarch. He didn't like that at all. But this guy, these presidents, they don't have any respect for people's personal space. They're going to invade it.
Better sniff up.
Yeah. Well, he's also making creepy jokes about Hollywood actress Ava Longoria.
Listen to this.
We've known each other a long time. She was 17, I was 40.
Woo, okay, hey man, ever hear of Me Too?
And not even fellow Democrats were spared from Joe's awkward embrace.
What's this?
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and the wife of Defense Secretary Ash Carter were forced to
look at her face. She looks very pissed. She was probably talking all kind of crap to him at night. I can't believe I had to do this, man. Look, we should have a little thought bubble up here. If you don't get your greasy hands off of me, you freaking pervert.
endure prolonged touching from the president.
Thought bubble. Thought bubble.
Says Sky News host Rita Panahi.
Because this is nothing new. Indeed, creepy Joe being handsy, inappropriate, and invading people's personal space was something the US media used to note. Even the far-left CNN used to report on his weird antics.
Wow.
There are hugs where you just throw up your arms and go for it. And then there are hugs that keep going and going and going. Joe Biden wouldn't let Hillary go as they met on the tarmac at Scranton Airport.
Look at that.
About 4 seconds.
Now, the sad thing is that all those people, they knew about this before. Hillary didn't tell you that Joe Biden was a pervert. All those people, when he was vice president, nobody said nothing about this. Hey, you know what? People, I don't think we need to be voting for this guy. He's into kids. and women. He's abusing women and children.
Seconds into the hug, they
all them Democrats didn't say nothing.
Disengage. Nothing to see here, right?
Look at Hillary's face like, come on, dude. Why didn't she push him off of her? This is inappropriate. She's a married woman. Where the hell is Bill? Why didn't Bill say something? Hey, man, what's up with you, caressing my wife?
Right? Wrong. Because the vice president wouldn't unhand Hillary for almost 16
Look how
seconds.
he's looking at her
Notice
eyes.
how many times he tries to tap out. She lets it go. He does not. She tap out.
Dude.
No, she's just no. He's still holding on.
He don't even care that the cameras are on. Lights, camera, action.
Okay, second tap out. For God's sake, Joe, you gotta let go.
Perhaps his most famous hands-on moment came when he put his hands on the wife of Defense Secretary Ash Carter.
Got a lot of thanks to give out.
Conservatives panned it.
This is the creepiest thing.
And so did some liberals.
Look at that. Look at that.
No, that ain't right, man. That ain't right. Why are you appear to smell her hair?
Joe Biden has also displayed a habit of whispering during press conferences, which he seems to think is comical, but others see as downright creepy.
I'm going to be a bit repetitive. The 8-hour day, the weekend, time and a half for overtime, safety standards, sick days, victories for all of us. Because I might add, I notice when you all do that, everybody benefits.
Don't worry, Joe was also doing all his greatest hits, including.
All right, so, and all y'all got to say is that Trump's a racist, right? I haven't heard not one person speak out to say Biden's a pervert, Biden's a pedophile. I haven't heard that. I ain't heard that. Let's see here. Andrew says, what do y'all know about Rudy Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moses? Atlanta admitted on FB of cheating, then lied, water main break, then 5 zipping ballots again and again through machines. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about that. But yeah, let me see what y'all talking about over there. You see, I'll drop the link too. If Andrew, you want to come up and speak some stuff here and share some stuff. In the meantime, let's see here. I want to at least play this quick with my little famous short at with President Trump doing the thing. What is this? No, that ain't it. It must be on something else. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Honey. Yes, honey. Honey, you don't know there's a nurse in Chicago taking care of illegals making, $20,000 per week. What? Favored health staffing. Let me see. I think Chicago might be part of, and that's the sad thing too, because that's how they get us too. When like all that COVID money they was giving us nurses and stuff, and then $20,000 a week to that probably buys a lot of silence from people too. Let me see here. It's Illinois is part of the compact states. Because I've got my compact license. They gonna take care of some of these immigrants and make some money. Let me stop. Let me see here. Illinois. Let me see. Let me see where that's on this Gen X. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, hon. JP6 says Texas governor let people die during the blizzard. Wow. He is no saint. Yeah, because he just dropped off all those immigrants too over in Illinois and Chicago, Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's probably Democrat. Andrew says too many non-U.S. born infers in U.S. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why we need somebody like President Trump who is, you know, standing up for American people. Is this it? Yes. This is the one. And this show is. All people always got something negative to say about the president. Action speaks louder than words.
How nice was that? Watch this.
Senator.
How nice was that? Watch this.
Senator Ted Cruz.
Y'all see Dr. Ben Carson's face? He's out ready to walk out because before all this stuff take place, they done already told them to line up in the back. So this here shows to me that it was done purposely to humiliate the Black Dr. Ben Carson, to give him a complex about what's happening here. So let me just go back one quick time.
How nice was that? Watch this.
Senator Ted Cruz.
Businessman Donald Trump.
Donald Trump didn't even go out there. He was like, what? Because he already know that it was supposed to be this guy's, but look at his face. And this how Black people be left looking stupid when these Democrats are doing you this way.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio.
Look at President Trump, how he walking out. He's like, man, yeah, he feels, you can see, he feels, you know, like, dang, this is bad. You look at his face. He looks hurt by this. You can see compassion in him for what just happened to Ben Carson. He feels bad witnessing what's happening here with Dr. Ben Carson. Look at him. He walking fast to get around him. He's got the smirk on his face. Look at Donald Trump's face. Look at the president's face. Look what he's doing. He's extending his hand to offer condolences to Dr. Ben Carson. Look at him smirking. Look at him. Look how fast he's walking to get around him. He takes Look at him protecting, standing in agreement with Dr. Ben Carson. He's not going to stay in silence and not do anything. This is it. Look how he's standing. This is an outstanding person. Nobody else did it.
Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
Yeah, you see, Jeb? well. Hey, that's it is what it is, pal. This here is white privilege. It is what it is. Let's watch this. Watch. At least Jeb Bush, in his face, he kind of like, well, you know, he just went with it because it was like, well, hey, it is what it is. I gotta go. But at least he, you know, he actually looked like he gave condolences to Trump. Like, you know, good for you for supporting him. But look at his shoulders slumping, right? Just in that one act of not being called. Look at what it did to him. They were trying to break him because he was trying to run. But we're going to show you these little subtle subliminal messages, and Donald Trump stood for, he got principles here. He didn't just walk out there. And this was before, you know, this was 2016.
Ohio Governor John Kasich. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republican candidate.
Look there. She ended it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, you're a Republican candidate. When we got empty podiums here, right? Look here. This is them right over there. This is Dr. Ben Carson and Donald Trump, right? Visible to these people the entire time. She was going to let them just stand up there. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, okay. Because at this time, people still wasn't sure, Donald Trump, they called him businessman Donald Trump. He was no politician, nothing. It's businessman Donald Trump.
And Dr. Ben Carson, please come out on the stage. He's standing.
What kind of announcement is that? And Dr. Ben Carson, please come out on the stage. He's standing over there too. He over there standing in the corner.
There as well, Dr. Carson.
Wow. Wow.
And Donald Trump.
How nice was that? Watch this.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz.
Over the break.
Businessman Donald Trump.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio.
Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
Governor John Kasich.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Republican candidates.
And Dr.
Okay. All right. So we go by folks' deeds. Words. Action speaks louder than words. Oh, I ain't what I want to do. Action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. Yes, I agree with you, Andrew. I totally agree. See, Andrew says many of the illegals are single military age men. Exactly. Over here to be soldiers and stuff. When they surprise, okay, the president do the little snake poem. Let's get him doing that so we can really think about what that message is saying for the president. Here, let me see. Jerusalem. All right. Oh, I think we might be getting in on him doing the snake. All right. Let's see here.
This snake. I saved you, cried the woman.
Okay, we pull it back.
And you
perfect timing.
never have been attacked. Ukraine would never have been attacked. I mean, go back to Ukraine. Ukraine, it was attacked because of the incompetence of Afghanistan, the way they move. I mean, Putin's looking back and he sees this guy that can't even put two sentences together. They leave Afghanistan. They take the soldiers out first. No, but you don't take the soldiers out first. You take the soldiers out last. The soldiers don't mind. They took the soldiers out first, and it was like a free-for-all. They left back $85 billion worth of brand new equipment that was bought by me. You know, we rebuilt our whole military. We did a great job with that. We had fighter jets that were 48 years old. We rebuilt our military. How about being in a 48-year-old fighter jet flying around? You got to fight somebody in a brand new one. No, it's not. Typically, it doesn't work that way. Typically, it doesn't work too well. But we rebuilt our military. We unfortunately gave $85 billion to the Taliban.
Wow.
And now Afghanistan, as you know, is one of the largest sellers of.
All right, did y'all hear that? And then, you know, he just said 85 billion to, you know, them. And then Andrew says, damn, honey, you are way behind. New York illegals have loads of unexplained expensive mopeds and scooters, right? Look there. They probably got it from all the money that we've given them and stuff. Yes. Yeah, I know where you living at. That's right. You see, Andrew says at JP6, have you seen double mover block crits news by chance? Honey here needs to cut her teeth on that nasty itch. Oh, wow. So we need a third way. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. We need to be on one accord, on one page, and we can just rule out the Democrats. How about we at least there's two parties now. By the time we take the try, it's just a distraction. It's a way to disperse the vote. There's strength in numbers. By wasting time trying to develop a third party, we're wasting precious time. We don't have that kind of time. Look at how much destruction Biden has done in these 3 years that he's been in office. Lots. We have a year to get ready. We need to all be on the side of the Republic. We need to pick a horse now and ride it. And then once we off up in there, then we could try to think about putting together a third party. But we got to be secure in something. And our numbers in the Democrats is useless because no one's doing anything. It's just it's a trap, y'all. It's a trap. We got to do something here. Andrew says Trump be for 24. Yeah. Drill, baby, drill. That's what Trump say. Drill, baby, drill. Okay, so it'll keep this
military equipment in the world. They got 700,000 rifles and guns, 70,000 trucks and cars, many of them armor plated, costing $1 million a piece. Armor plated, 4 inches of steel. And you say, why did you leave it? Why did you leave it? We weren't leaving it. I said even take out the leather hangers, to make it actually have leather. You think of plastic, but with the government, they sort of get leather instead because, they always go the most expensive route. But the hangers, I said, I want every nut. I want every bolt.
Comment on here.
I want every screw that's laying on the ground. I want everything to go out. And one of them said to me, Millie, he said, sir, it would be cheaper if we left everything. I said, where does this guy come? Where does he come from? A brand new airplane cost $128 million, right? I said, you mean you think it's cheaper to leave it than to fill it up with a little fuel and fly it the hell out to, even if you just fly it to Pakistan, then you bring it back home or you fly it back home. Most of them can make that journey, right? Oh, it's better to leave it Earth. Oh, I don't want to tell you what I had to go through with these people. Some of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. But you know what? But our military is great. We had some of the most incredible. Don't forget, we defeated ISIS in 4 weeks, less.
Yeah.
I was told it would take 4 years, sir, maybe 3, 4 years. What, 4 years? And I went over to Iraq and I met with people and generals, sergeants. I met with everybody and I said, what do you think? So we could do it.
JP6 says, my issue with Republicans at times, they have no solutions. I'm thinking Donald Trump is the third party because he's not the traditional Republican. He is look at all those Republicans that just walk right past the disrespect and the inhumane treatment that Dr. Ben Carson received. Donald Trump has principles, stands for something. I believe because even Republicans don't like him. Even Republicans scared about him because he's not political. He is that third party. That's what I'm saying. Let's all get on this. Let's all lock arms together as a, all together, and stop with this whole thing that we are separate people and stuff. Andrew says, I'm a white guy who had a white liberal friend for a long time that we would debate many things, including reparations. Took 35 years for me to develop an analogy where he agreed with me. Okay. Yeah. All right, I forgot I was supposed to, let me drop this here link. If anybody want to just say something briefly in support of this whole, put some views out there. Uh-oh, is that it? One moment. Okay, while I'm doing that, just let him talk.
In less than 4 weeks. And I said, they tell me 4 years. We can do it in less than 4. He's the one general, he was fantastic. He said to me, sir, I'm just telling you, 4 weeks and we have time left over.
I'm not.
And I said, well, I'm not getting the same stuff. Why is it that didn't work? Well, what they do is, I call them the television generals. They'd come over and they'd tell these guys what to do, and they do it. I said, but don't you say that you're not supposed to do that? I mean, we can do it much better. Sir, that's not our position. When the high rankers, they call them high rankers, come over from Washington, we do what they tell us to do. I said, so why is it so bad? Well, they want to use the one base that's very far away, and they didn't want to be, politically incorrect. So they didn't want to use other bases that they had all over the place. And he said, sir, we can use those bases, and we'll hit them from the left, we'll hit them from the right, we'll hit them from the bottom, we'll hit them from the top. They won't know what the hell happened, sir. And that's what happened. And I got it knocked off. You know the longer version of the story, which is a cool story, but it won't.
Andrew says Ashley Biden's unrefuted diary includes that Biden showered with her. Yes, and we saw that you can see in the behavior. That's what I'm saying. You got to look at the person's behavior. That's why he's on there nibbling on kids and smelling hair, and you can see his face light up when he sees these kids, or when he's touching their hair, or when he's in close proximity to these children. It's no surprise that they are having these transgenders in there twerking in front of these kids. It's no surprise that they are doing this mutilation to our children and stepping in there and taking kids from families and stuff because of this. The leader is he got us stepping over our words, the freaking molester.
I won't bore you with it. I can only tell you this, that our military is amazing. It's amazing.
That.
We have a great military. And it's not going woke. It's not going. We're not going to have our military be woke, fellas, okay? You don't want a woke. You don't want a woke. I don't think he wants a woke military. It's not going to go woke. They would like to have it woke, but we're not going to let that happen.
Thank you.
But now we have death and destruction all over the planet because we have the worst and most incompetent president in the history of our country.
Yeah.
He's incompetent. He's only good at weaponizing justice against political people and religious people, frankly, a lot of religious people. What a shame. If they spent the same energy on defeating all of the enemies that we have more enemies now. We had all peace. You know that. Remember when crooked Hillary Clinton, which I don't call it that anymore because I'm using, I call her beautiful Hillary, right? She's a beautiful woman. But remember when beautiful Hillary went out and she said, he'll cause war. Here's his personality. He'll cause war in our country. I said, no, I'll end war. And I was right. I didn't have any wars. I'm the only president in like 80 years that didn't have a war. I got rid of ISIS. We won ISIS. We beat ISIS. We did a lot of things. Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the character. Look at what he did, what he's done. And all people can do is come up there and throw some salt up there on his name, some shade on the name, but with no proof. Look at the person. He's an upstanding person. Fair.
You can believe it. We didn't start a war. They started wars in the Middle East that they never finished. They blew the place up. It's like obliterated. And then they left with nothing. I used to say, don't start a war, but if you're going to have it, like with Iraq, keep the oil. Do you remember I used to say that? Just as a civilian, I was like you. I was watching people. I'd say, keep the oil. They have hundreds of billions. Iraq has tremendous amounts of oil.
Vanessa Jones says, no, it was not those or edited videos to make Joe Biden look bad. You don't know what you're talking about. Donald Trump is a con. Donald Trump is headed to prison. Oh, yeah. And again, prime example right here. There's videos, multiple videos where we can see with our own eyes. Let me pull it back up again. So we got doubters here. And two, I showed you the video with Trump doing something outstanding. There's no, here we go. Here we go. We ain't blind. We're not blind here. We're not blind. All these videos, right? This ain't President Biden holding a random kid, drooling at the mouth. This ain't President Biden nibbling at a random kid, drooling at the mouth. This ain't President Biden. Look at this. This is inappropriate. You can look at this and tell this is inappropriate. This ain't done to make him look bad. He's making himself look bad. This is him doing this. This is Joe Biden rendering this treatment in front of people, multiple occasions. What are you talking about? This is edited? How is this edited? This is his hand, or if it's not his hand, this is his mouth and nose, inches, centimeters from this child's face. This is an edited version. What are you talking about? All right. All right. Let me bring up. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me fix this. There we go. What's up, Andrew?
Having a blast in Central Illinois. Everybody is really not doing too good.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, the whole country's falling apart.
It is. It is. And we can't just be sitting around just whining about it. We need to do something, mobilize by grouping together and strong votes.
Hey, I really want to let you know that Vanessa is a complete troll.
Okay, I believe you.
Explain. And it's really terrible because you really have a small channel.
Yeah.
And those trolls will attack small channels to try to knock you out, and but I've given you a couple channel names. Some of them are really good, like the Doctor of Common Sense and American Patriot News. They you watch any of those, they'll help you. But there's a couple that I'd like you to see, like Double D Mova, Blackurate News, and Pharaoh Said That. These are complete CRT DEI channels. Critical Race Theory.
Okay.
And Diversity, Equity, Inclusion. These are all fascist woke ideologies.
Okay.
And people like Vanessa, they're all on that. They're fascists. They're pretty much communists. And they're part of the overturning of what America really is.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe you on that too. Like, I'm new to this whole thing, and I noticed that when I first got started, like, that's why I'm like, I just let it go, because I know that as long as I continue to lift my voice, I know that people like me, they like how I say, so they like my views and opinions on things. And it are these trolls that do things to try to attack the channel, to get the shadow ban on it so people don't know about it. But all I know is that I'll just keep doing it, because there's more people out there that do agree with this and that do support me and want to see this be successful, because they know it's for all of us. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for us. Like, my kids are grown and gone. They're grown and out of here. I don't have school-age children. But guess what? If I don't stand up and say nothing, then this kind of stuff that they're doing to our children, attacking them and sexualizing them and doing all this stuff, what kind of society are we going to have in the future? Look what's happened in these little 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, for a long time, the teachers have been working on going ahead and drilling, of fascist ideas in kids' minds.
Wow.
And you think about it, dividing the kids from their parents.
Yes.
Like here recently, the big issue of where kids can go ahead and have private conversations with their teachers that they want to be a different gender.
Yeah.
Parents ain't going for that.
Yeah.
Parents are like, no, you don't divide, you don't keep that away from me, having different pronouns for my kid at school.
Yeah. But they're doing it.
They're trying it. And if you look, all around this country, there's parents at school boards, and they are snapping.
Right.
You know,
But it's
trolls
not
like Vanessa
stopping
wouldn't be
they're
up in
moving
there
those
like that.
parents out of the school board meetings.
Yep.
You know, so that's why I'm saying we got to do something, because parents rallying together at the school board meetings, and then they just say, okay, get this one out. I mean, and they're letting this stuff happen. They're showing you to your face that the government, if they decide, they in charge, allowing this stuff to happen. President Trump said as soon as he get in office, he eliminating all that stuff. He's defunding these schools that's allowing this kind of stuff to happen. Where they
and it's also going into the military. They're pumping all sorts of crazy crap in the military here in Central Illinois. As well as the state capitol having a satanic nativity scene.
What?
In the Capitol, yeah, and Christmas, yeah. And there's an after-school Satan club here in
what?
Yeah, I'm not lying. Nope, I'm not lying.
Oh my goodness, that's what I'm saying. Now this is unreal.
Look it up in the Illinois State Capitol in Springfield, Illinois. For the last years, they've been having a satanic nativity.
Wow.
In the rotunda.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I thank you for exposing Vanessa, because I noticed too, like I said, when I first started with this Shanquilla thing, the thing was growing fast. And then these trolls didn't like me pointing out the truth, because I'm about math and science, and I'm not going to say that that's a woman when I can see it's a man. So right. I go off into the science and the math about, XY chromosomes and talking about the skeleton. I'd show the bones and all that stuff, because you cannot change your foundation, which is your skeleton. So if you're born an XY chromosome, you're going to have that type of a skeleton that's going to have a straight back and a straight pelvis. If you are born an XX chromosome female, you're going to have a tilted pelvis, because you were designed to carry children. That's how they can tell if they find bones out in the wilderness. They can tell if those are the bones of a woman or a man because of the pelvis bone.
Well,
That's
have you seen
distinguishing factor?
Have you seen some of the examples where in Congress there have been women saying that men can get pregnant? You haven't seen any of that?
I've seen those little, it's crazy. This is delusional thinking. And in no way are we supposed to support delusional thinking. That's why I'm surprised at some of these physicians that's doing that, because it's wrong. They took oaths to do no harm. We know that in any type of medicine or any type of biology and stuff, that these are facts, that this can't be changed. They already know that. So when they're doing, they're causing harm. They're causing harm, and they are mutilating and causing a lot of these children to die young, especially the male child.
You see my name, right?
Yes.
What's my name?
Andrew. Zisky?
Troll. Well, I signed in as Troll Buster Andrew.
Yeah, Troll Buster Andrew. Okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to show that or not.
I'll be honest with you. I in the past years, I've been following a lot with China.
Okay.
And there's shills. There's propagandists that for China. And you have also people who are against the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, and for the Chinese people who are good, but you got so I learned a little bit about trolls and propagandists like Vanessa here.
Okay.
One of the things, and they don't like this, there's a lot of trolls on all sorts of channels, and they want to downplay Trump, and upplay Biden. And one of the things that they have in common, there's a lot of college students that owe on loans. and they're like, oh, if we go ahead and downplay Trump and badmouth Trump,
we don't have
maybe
to
we'll
pay.
get that $10,000 or $20,000 that he promised us.
Yeah.
Which is unconstitutional. He doesn't have the power to do it. He never did. Even Pelosi said it. And if you look at it, it's a form of bribery.
Yeah, that's how they got the black people to do it. 50 years ago by after not 50 years, probably more than that, during the Depression by offering the money. The same way, that's how they get people to just stay lazy, because you give them just enough handouts to where they don't want to work, and then they just get used to not doing anything. So they want to vote for the people that's going to give away the free money. But if you are hardworking, just a regular working member of society, and you don't qualify to get the free handouts, then you're pretty much holding up the whole economy, because the wealthy people are standing on your backs while you're holding up the poor.
One thing that I keep saying, like every day, to a lot of friends and other people that I am really pleased with is all of the black people. I'm a white guy. I love black people. I love white people. I hate black people. I hate white people.
Yes, I agree with you.
One of the things that I really, really love is, and this is the way I put it, there's a lot of black people who are waking up and leaving the plantation.
Yes, thank you.
They're starting to realize that the Democrats been lying all these years.
Exactly. It's a way to keep y'all in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
You're just helping them out. They're just using you.
Mm-hmm.
Right in your face. Right in your face. And then when they do something that y'all don't like, y'all want to get together and go make big noise and stuff, but nothing's going to happen. They're just sitting back, letting you let off the steam while they just go, okay, all right, now we're going to have to ask you to leave. They're not doing anything for you. They don't care about you. This is a way to just keep you dumb.
Hey, with your channel and how you do your channel, one thing I'd like for you to do, and troll Vanessa can go ahead and go on over and try to troll the Doctor of Common Sense.
The Doctor of Common Sense?
Yeah. Vanessa couldn't do it. Vanessa couldn't talk to the Doctor of Common Sense. He's a black dude, and he's not like super intelligent like Ben Carson. He's not intellectually intelligent, but he's sharp, and he's got his bearings about him.
Wow.
And he's got something that I wish you had a little bit of. A little bit of moxie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit of slap him up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm getting there. Like I said, this is kind of new for me, and I was, I'm really learning too. Like I haven't been one that's been really deep off into the politics.
Hey, and I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you when you were looking for
Carly Russell
with that Carly
Carly
chick.
Russell. Yeah, I need to talk about her some more too. Because they wanted to give her jail time, and then so now they want to just brush it off. They wanted to give her jail time, and then she just pled not guilty, but they giving her a fine of $17,000. And if she got all that GoFundMe money, we pretty much paying her fine. She needs to go to jail. They need to make an example.
Ain't no doubt about it. And that GoFundMe, if she didn't, she don't get that. No, take that back, donate it, or give it to whoever donated it. And what's going on is that there's a steady stream by Democrats.
Yeah.
This two-tiered system where Democrats are getting away with anything and everything.
Yep.
Like that knucklehead Jamal Bowman in the Capitol, pulling that fire alarm.
Wow.
Oh, I thought I was opening up a door.
Wow.
And Jussie Smollett, how much time did he do for lying about being attacked by Trump supporters?
Yes.
He didn't do no time.
Yeah.
And that was before the election too.
Yep.
I say we go get that. So we go get him, and that's election interference too.
Yep. And they're doing the same thing now. They're
with
doing
91 bogus ass indictments.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they try to turn around and say, "Oh, I like a president that's not indicted." Get out of here.
I know what they said. Yep. And that's why we got to start off early so they can't do all the little trickery stuff that they have the plans to do. Because I voted for Trump both times, and I was surprised because I was like, "Who's Biden?" Right? And then, and I believe Trump that it was rigged, and you know,
no doubt about it.
You know.
He got like about 8 million more votes the second time than he did the
12
first.
million. Yep.
And Biden's going to sit in his basement
Yeah.
saying they're going to put you all back in chains, and if you don't know if you're from here, then you ain't black.
Yes.
And he's going to get way more votes than Obama.
Yeah, and I got
Hell
another video
no.
with him saying that you know that that population is better, you know, workers than the black people and stuff. He's insulting you every day to your face, and you know there's an attack on your children. Like, wake up.
And you know what? Black people don't like talking about how Biden gave it the eulogy at Robert Byrd's funeral. KKK. Hello.
Yeah. Thank you.
See, you gotta keep throwing it in their face because they just dream.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Then the black people want to attack, you know, black people that's trying to build up the community. It's like they're promoting this whole racism stuff to keep everybody divided, and it's just a way to keep everybody divided. There's strength in numbers. While we continue to say that, oh, all the white people are bad, they're racist and all this stuff, when it's not. These are ways to keep us distracted. And
in fact,
we
it's even worse than that.
Yeah.
It's even worse than that. You got the Democrats really pushing for segregation.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate your voice too. And like I said, I was suspicious of these trolls and stuff because, like I said, this channel was growing fast. It was growing fast, and I got into it with this MAC person, and then all of a sudden, the projections for the channel went to pretty much zero, and it was a trip because there's this site. Social book or something like that. Social book, social something. Anyway, it gave predictions. And back then when this channel first started taking off, when I started being not political, but talking about like current events, the Shanquilla Robinson case, it was a projection that this was supposed to be over 5 million in the next 5 years. And it was showing that this growth was going like at a weekly, monthly basis and stuff. Then with subscribers. And then all of a sudden, when I started pointing out the fact that was a man on the video unaliving Shanquilla with his bare hands, then all of a sudden people have problems with that. And we have to look at it like this. The Biden administration, they are pro-trans. They are the trans. And that's why they're not doing anything for this whole Shanquilla thing.
Well, there's so much algorithming out. And one of the things, like in mainstream media, there's one case that should come to your mind. And I want you to think about how you have not heard about this case at all. Tyree Nichols in Tennessee. You haven't seen or heard nothing.
That's true.
You know the Tyree Nichols case?
Yeah, the one with the 4 or 5 black officers.
Yeah, you haven't seen nothing.
Yeah, since they tried to blame that on the black single mother.
but you know what? They're still trying to figure out how to come back out with that and then try to twist it like white people have something to do with that or something.
Wow.
Or Republicans. You know, extreme MAGA Republicans. But one of the things I do too is I look for things that aren't talked about, kind of like that.
Yeah.
But like You remember those Border Patrol whipping those people, or allegedly? Yeah, there were some illegals crossing the Rio Grande, and there were Border Patrol on horseback, and it looked like they were whipping them, but they weren't. And Biden came out and said that he promised they were going to face justice.
Wow.
And ain't nothing said, nothing about nothing.
Wow.
And people forget. People forget.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. We got to keep talking about it so we don't forget. They want you to forget about it so they can move on to the next thing and sweep it under the carpet. And then,
And I will keep, I can't tell you, thousands of times I kept saying Ruby Freeman in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
I was all over 2020. I was watching like 23 hours a day almost. And that Ruby Freeman in Atlanta came out on Facebook and that day and said, my baby Shay Moss figured out a way how to make Biden win. And son of a bitch, that day, they alleged to have had a water break when it was only a toilet that overflowed. They kicked out the poll watchers, and then that's where the video is from the ceiling showing the 5 people between like 11:30 at night and 3 in the morning. 5 people together pulled that big box up from underneath the table, and all 5 of them were going like a bat out of hell, re-putting ballots through the machine.
Wow.
Yeah, that 2020 was stolen. That's all there's to it.
Yes. Okay, now I just typed her in here. I see some stuff here. Here's a little quick something. We'll just put this on. Hold on a minute.
Oh, yeah. She also, that Ruby Freeman, she also said on Facebook, she goes, Biden better give us a pardon for this.
What?
I swear to God, I saw this shit myself. Yeah. And then so yeah, they were, her and her daughter were all afraid for their life and stuff, right?
Wow.
Yeah, what ended up happening is that Shay Moss, she got the JFK Jr. Profiles in Courage Award. And then it was about 6 months ago, Biden had all these idiots come in for the Citizenship Award. Shay Moss was one of them, and Ruby Freeman was another.
Wow.
They got the Citizenship Award.
Connect the dots.
And then, it really interestingly, Dolly Parton and Denzel Washington, they were offered the awards. They did not come up and get them.
Whoa.
They did not show up to get them.
Wow. Wow.
But that Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, that's filthy dirty.
Wow. Well, hang on a second. This is only a 2-minute video. Then if you need to give some commentary, I want to play it because I'm new to this. I didn't know anything about it.
I got you.
All right, thanks.
Also told the select committee about how she had to leave her own home for her safety and go into hiding after the FBI told her that it would not be safe for her there before January 6th.
The FBI, y'all, those initials again. These people are corrupt. A lot of people are saying the government is corrupt and they're using this FBI. They're talking about them. They're listing them.
6th and until the inauguration. Let's listen to a clip of her story in her own words.
Around the week of January 6th.
Look at that freak.
The FBI informed me that I needed to leave my home for safety. And I left my home for safety around that time.
Understood. How long did you stay out? Did you remain outside of your home for your own safety?
I stayed away from my home for approximately 2 months. It was horrible. I felt homeless. I felt, I can't believe this person has caused this much damage to me and my family. To have to leave my home that I've lived there for 21 years. And, I'm having
we're
to.
all in that emotional garbage.
Yeah.
And why would that be?
Yeah. So they can control and manipulate you because people they're just responding emotionally.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's
and
it.
not looking at the facts or any of those things or what's being done. They're just going by pure emotions and getting hyped up by what people are telling you.
Have my neighbors watch out for me.
Different between her and like that
You
one
know,
woman recently in a Walmart. That a cop, there was a fat black woman. She was trying to steal some stuff out of Walmart, and a security guard or a cop, he had her on the floor, you know, trying to put some cuffs on her, and she just kept on screaming, "Walmart is racist! Walmart is racist!"
Wow.
You know, just thinking that screaming is going to get you out of it.
Yeah. When sometimes, you know, I hate to say it, but sometimes Black people are so confused or just brainwashed with the whole racism stuff. They just gravitate towards that and not realize that they're just making you believe that. Like, if you stop I mean, like, come on, how long are we going to continue to, it's been hundreds of years ago. It's in the past. We need to learn how to get over stuff so we can move forward. It's a trap. It's a way to keep you stuck if you're just still twirling around with this whole the world is racist. The world is racist. The white man holding me back. No one's holding you back. It's like the thing I was telling you about, the flea in the glass jar. You put the flea in the glass jar, it's going to be conditioned to only jump so high because it hits the ceiling. So when you take the glass jar off, it will still only jump so high because it's been conditioned. That's what's happening to Black people that continue to hold on to everybody's racist and their white people are holding us back.
I'm going to tell you something. There's white people that suffer the same thing by the Democrat Party. You look in Illinois, and I promise you're going to see it in other states, other blue states. There are cities and towns in Illinois. The welfare rate in these towns and cities is 40 and 50 and 60%.
With what, white people?
White and Black.
Yeah.
I believe there are towns that are mainly white.
Yeah.
I believe there are towns that are mainly white that are mostly on the majority is on welfare there too.
Wow. Wow.
But it's kind of like the dropout rate in schools. You look that up, you will flip and you'll flip out.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff is poverty, and poverty affects all people. You know what I mean? There's poor Black people, poor white people. It's poverty that is what's putting people in these categories and stuff. And it's not Black or white, because why is it that there's always been some Black people that wasn't affected by this, some Black people that's able to become a Dr. Ben Carson. And I'm not saying that there is no racist people out there. There is. However, is more people that's not. And if you get focused on that, the world's race, that's what you're going to draw to you. So the thing starts with here in your mind by establishing that there's no strings attached to you, that you really do have the freedom to do what you want to do, but you've got to have a position in the game.
Or soon to be, you at least used to. You at least used to have the freedom to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now with the way the Democrats then took over everything, you know, that one little short that I played that, you know, it's a black and white where it talks about how, you know, this was a Republican, you know, founded on that, and that this Democrat is a new ideal that they're trying to get to pretty much make a dictatorship over here where, you know, our freedoms and all these things are being taken away from us. And this was years ago. So with time goes by, a generation people forget. The same way how like now with this internet, things are on video and stuff, people stop reading. So people start trusting, you know, what they want to be spoon fed. Like nobody really wants to do the, you know, the research and actually read the books and all that stuff. They want to be told stuff, and they just.
Well, one of the things, and education, like public education, I think that's one of the things that Trump is saying that he'll do is he will annihilate the NEA.
Yeah.
Because all these teachers, all these years, I'm a teacher, respect me. We need more pay. And what they've been doing is making people more stupid.
Yeah.
And then Trump, in the last couple speeches, he's been explaining America pays more than twice than any other country for its educating its kids.
We're almost in last place.
And then they're like 5 times more stupid than anybody.
Yeah. Yep.
As a matter of fact, there's people going out and asking university students the most basic of questions.
Oh my, yes.
And I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I do this. Let me play this one here. This is my little. It's a little short where it shows how these young people can't read a clock, just a regular clock.
Right. Yep.
And it it blew my mind, but it's real.
It's real.
It's a real thing, because what happens is if we don't teach them and it's not there, they put everything digital. So just like time shoes.
Also, something that's real common, they can't count change.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
If they don't have a register or a calculator, they can't do it.
Yeah, wow.
And one of the things that should be brought back in regular school is teaching cursive.
Yep, they took that out.
Yep.
They took that out.
They took that out and they put the pronoun crap in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For more confusion. And these young people are super confused.
Well,
why wouldn't we be in school at 902?
Okay. So
have you
conclusion,
seen
guys?
any of that
902,
something
209.
called Common Core Math?
Okay, let's let the viewers decide.
Did I see what?
Common Core Math.
Common Core. What's that?
I think it was initially started by, I think, the Nebraska governor, and they started it like about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and it was supposed to go ahead and help all of the students learn math and do math in a way more advanced way. And ever since, even to this day, nobody knows how it works or what the value of it is.
Wow.
And yet the kids and everything are still told to do it.
Wow.
Common Core Math.
Common
and
Core.
if you look at Common Core Math problems, they're the stupidest crap in the world. It should never have been accepted.
Wow. But this is how they are able to control y'all, by hurting us, by keeping all the information. All right, so check this short.
Read the time off this clock correctly, you win the clock.
Dude, I've never seen one of these before. I'm used to digital, man.
You seen a clock before?
No.
Okay.
7:12.
Sure.
Is it 12:10?
12:10.
12:09?
12:09. Yeah, you're close.
Look here.
9:25.
9:25. Close. You're 5 minutes off.
I think it's 902.
9:02.
209.
2:09. Okay.
I would 902. Why would it be 902? I would be in school at 902. Why wouldn't we be in school at 902?
Okay. So what's the conclusion, guys?
902. 209.
Okay, let's let the viewers decide.
Like 674.
674.
Is it 3 o'clock? AM or PM?
Gotta be AM, bro.
Okay.
This is crazy, but this is real. This is real. Y'all, we gotta wake up. We've got to do better. What's here? I'm kind of lost on these here comments. What were you guys talking about with the wrenches? The reason why I took away the moderator wrenches is because I was suspicious of some of these trolls that I had inadvertently handed wrenches to.
Yeah, okay.
I just snatched them all away. I was like, you know what? I don't know who is who. I know some of you are and I'm just gonna take them all away because I felt like I couldn't trust any of them.
Right.
They were
I'm not saying give me one, but I wish you had more viewers, and you just go ahead and pay real close attention and find one that,
Yeah, I'm giving you one. You have yep. Here we go. If you
I really totally don't know how to use it anyway. I've never been a moderator.
Well, the way it is, okay, the reason why I don't mind people to put your comments out there. The ones that's inappropriate, you're using bad language and all that stuff, yes. But I never wanted anybody to silence anybody or kick them out.
Right.
Because you're being personal.
Right.
I can read a comment, or if I've got something that's I can know how to stand my ground and say that stuff, or I'm not taking offense, because I've said before in prior videos, it's just as big a sin to take offense as it is to give offense. So even like Vanessa with these little comments, I'm not offended at that. You've just identified yourself as a troll. You are somebody who's not on the side of the channel, because I know that I'm not trying to hurt anybody or do anything.
Hey, as far as like moderators can be real crazy too. Like, I'll give you an example. A couple weeks ago, there was this British guy doing nighttime fishing. He was doing a live stream, nighttime fishing.
Uh-huh.
And he was done fishing, and he was walking to his car. He was walking to his car, and he was talking about hoping that nobody busted into his car. And this is in Britain. Now, Britain's got some serious migration problems too.
Okay.
They've been getting migrants like crazy, and their crime is going through the roof and everything. And in the chat, I just said migrants or hooligans, and he read just those two words. He read migrants or hooligans. He said, oh no, we don't talk like that here. And he told his moderator to ban me and banned me.
Wow. Yeah. And, but because people don't want the truth to come out. So if you're saying something that has to do with truth or exposing these lies, they want to silence you. That's the only reason why I know that I'm speaking the truth, because as soon as I disagreed or I supported the truth, as far as like standing on the truth, that's a man in that video unaliving Shanquilla with his bare hands, people all of a sudden they coming in here attacking me, supporting the killer.
Yeah, yep.
So how are you now supporting the killer? Like, I get so many comments, so many people saying Dejanay is a woman. It's like, wait a minute, Dejanay, the person is killing Shanquilla with their bare hands, and all you have to say is that it's a woman. When it's a man, it's a penis print in there. You can tell by the body shape that that's a man. You could tell by the movements that is a man. Yet y'all don't care that this man has killed a woman on the video. Y'all want to sit there and support the killer.
Yeah.
Whose side are you on?
The world's bass backwards.
Thank you. And that just, that all of a sudden my chats went from having over 500 people in the chat. It was like my highest number was 568 people in the chat. Chat was growing every day. Then all of a sudden, as soon as I said that, then all of a sudden now, look here, a few people in the chat. Few people. Now I haven't changed. I'm still that same person, the same person how I talk with passion and all that stuff. And I know I'm funny. I know I'm attractive, all that stuff. Why all of a sudden now nobody?
You are attractive.
Thank you. Thank you. And I got personality. So
no, wait a minute. I'm really flirting with you, girl.
I love it. I'm taking it in.
Your neck looking delicious.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yep. Make them mad. And see here, that's what I'm saying. And then mostly black people was the ones like tearing me up and doing this attacking and stuff. It's like, what? And that's why we have to come together.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody starts bringing up unity, strength in numbers, and coming up with real solutions, because just getting together and blah, 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 what's that doing? They're just sitting back laughing at you. They're laughing at you. They are laughing at you. So yeah, you got the wrench now. Let me see. You should have a wrench. Yeah, these people.
You know what? Actually, tonight I don't remember seeing you having trolls before.
Oh, these trolls have always been there.
And you know, I've been watching you quite a bit.
Yeah, by the time you came aboard, the trolls had already attacked the channel to where, wasn't nobody coming. And I believe it was a lot of these different content creators too, because when I started with this, I didn't know any of these people. Like they were coming over to my chat and starting up stuff because I was the new kid on the block and people was really digging me and things was growing. So these little jealous people was coming over here, trying to every video that I put up, I got a request for a person to review it because they'll put like a whatever little try to strike it by getting the monetization, saying that the video is inappropriate. And for the most part, I don't even curse. I'm not trying not to curse. I just don't talk like that. I don't usually keep a potty mouth now. Not saying that.
Can you do me a small favor?
What's that?
There's a channel, and I'd like you to see just one of her little bits.
Okay.
She is like the antithesis of your channel. She's the opposite of your channel, which would be good for you to look at a little bit. And see how the Democrat knuckleheads really pump their crap.
Okay, what's her name?
Double D Mova, Double Deeemuva.
Okay.
Blackurate, Blaqurate.
All right, I got it.
News.
So okay, all right. Let's see. We'll pull her up.
And you'll see almost all her stuff is propaganda, anti-Trump stuff.
Oh, anti-Trump, really?
Oh yeah, and just pay attention to how she plays her bull crap.
All right, here's something here. This is just 2 minutes. And
she did a little bit on that Carly.
Did she?
Put out there. However you're doing, honey, I'm pretty sure it's better than frump into the motherfucking dump because Judge Chuckin has smacked the duct tape right across his ketchup stained lips. What? Y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat, baby. Let's get it. So Judge Chuckin has imposed a narrow gag order on Frumpy Dump in his 2020 election subversion case. I declare, honey. What a disgrace. So according to the new court order, Judge Chuckin has imposed a narrow gag order on Frumpy to the motherfucking dump. She is barring him from making statements targeting prosecutors, possible witnesses, and the judge's staff. Now, this order marks a milestone moment in the federal case that accuses Frumpy Dump of illegally conspiring.
These are all accusations. No one has put off any proof on Donald Trump. These are all accusations to distract you.
That's right.
To overturn his 2020.
She's talk with no facts. No facts. I showed y'all videos of creepy Joe Biden doing the deed. I showed you a video of Donald Trump doing a good deed. This is just talk.
Oh yeah. But there's power.
Trump is entitled to generally criticize the Justice Department and assert his belief that the case is politically motivated. But he can't mount a smear campaign against prosecutors and court personnel. She stated, and I quote, "No other criminal defendant will be allowed to do so, and I'm not going to allow it in this case." And also, Judge Chuckin has denied Frumpy Dump's request to begin his trial in April of 2026. So that date will remain on March 4th, 2024. I declare, honey. What a disgrace. Of course, Frumpy Dump Cracker Jack Box legal team has called the ruling an abomination and agreed and declared.
But see, these are just insults. No proof. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't get distracted with a lot of times during these times when it's time to get smart and political, they put the people to sleep with wine and entertainment, food and entertainment.
You're right.
And entertainment. That's what.
Well, here's the thing. It works. People like watching that crap.
Wake up, people. They've been pulling this same Bugs Bunny gag on you since before time. Wake up.
I leave comments on her crap, but nobody ever answers me.
That they will be appealing the judge's ruling. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Now, even though they are appealing the ruling, that didn't stop them from grifting. Because you know what? Grifters gone grift. Just a few moments after the gag order was imposed, this email went out to Frumpy Dump supporters saying that Frumpy Dump, of course, is being politically persecuted. I declare, honey.
Yes, he is. And then what are y'all talking about that's going to be positive for the country? You just sitting here throwing out insults to someone who's giving a solution.
Yeah.
Making yourself look ridiculous. Making the community look ridiculous.
You notice how she keeps pumping that Frumpy Dump?
Yeah.
Frumpy Dump, Frumpy Dump.
Yeah.
Here
They're
in
just trying to be entertained.
Yep. It's here in Central Illinois. There was a Democrat radio host.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time, but I was a troll, and I got there were a lot of other people that became trolls. He was 100% Biden is perfect, and Trump needs to go to prison for years.
Wow.
And son of a gun, me and a bunch of other trolls, good trolls, got him kicked off the radio. Bye-bye.
Wow.
And I came up with stuff. I trolled him, and I came up with different ways of really making him want to kill me.
Wow.
You know, and I'll pull out dirty tricks. You know, there was another one. There were two of them between like 4 and 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up with ways of just slapping them in the face on the air. I mean, really good. They want to kill me.
Wow.
No lie. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, I had 12 phones working at the same time, driving them crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but you know, we gotta, get ready to. We gotta do the thing, y'all. We can't just be sitting around cowards or sitting around just wanting to get entertained. You gotta get off your butt. You gotta do something. You gotta do some work here.
Right. Yeah.
Just be sitting around getting, wanting to be lullaby to sleep, rock to sleep here.
Gotta cut through their crap.
Yeah.
But you gotta find out where the crap is and then cut through it.
And look at the deeds.
Yeah.
Action speaks louder than words. Everybody that's talking this crap about Trump, they're just with accusations when he's showing you the proof of the work that he's done.
Yeah.
It is true that we were getting money. He's the only president that got his money from China.
Yeah.
They were paying us.
Did you see Janet Yellen yesterday?
What?
Janet Yellen, she's a financial whatever, and she was asked if America can afford 2 wars. Over for back in Israel and then also Ukraine, and you ought to play what she said. She said absolutely America's economy is doing so good, and
when in the past.
No, she's saying that America's economy is doing super good right now.
Now, with the interest rate 7 and 8%.
I'm not lying. She said it. You can't. You should be able to look it up and play it right now. Janet Yellen.
Janet Yellen.
As a matter of fact, there were a lot of people here in the last 2 days making memes on her.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's see here. All right, let me see here. I hear something. It's only a few minutes. Let's see what this lady is talking about. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's why I was saying, y'all, we got to get political. It's time to just, the time of just talking and, making jokes.
Drop the politically correct.
Yeah.
Just quit worrying about being politically correct.
Yes.
Just be real.
Yep. Keep it real. Be real. Don't trip. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got to get our voice this here.
That might be
I
it.
don't see any signs of the economy is at risk. Okay, let's see what she's saying here.
It's coming at a cost, and the deficit as a percent of GDP this year is projected to be almost 6%, double what was initially expected in a time where we have good growth and full employment. Shouldn't it be going the other way?
Well, we have to make sure that we do keep deficits under control going out. The statistic or metric that I look at most often to judge our fiscal course is net interest as a share of GDP. And even with the rise we have seen in interest rates, that remains at a very reasonable level of around 1.
Actually, it's an older one. It was the guy that was asking.
We do need to be careful about what we do going forward in order to make sure we stay on a sustainable course.
But the impact of some of those bills that you were talking about, don't they really start to hit into next year? And couldn't that keep inflation sticky and potentially cause some concerns in the bond market about issuance to pay for all of it?
Well, I'm not really seeing concerns in the bond market about
lies.
Yeah, she's full of it. But
Right
this is actually
there.
an older one, I think.
Okay, this one is. Let me see what date this one. This one, well, 4 weeks ago. Okay, so
Yeah, this was like yesterday or the day before she was asked.
Okay, let's see.
And then she said, I mean, there were people. Liberal Hive Mind might have done a meme.
Here's something that's a day ago. Let's see. Oh, that's 10 minutes.
Clown Planet might have done a meme.
All right, here's 6 days ago. All right, here's it's a short. Let's see what they're.
I started by asking her whether there are any conditions. Her answer to that was very clear. She said, quote, "America stands behind Israel, period." I also asked her whether America could afford to support 2 foreign wars at the same time, and a similarly clear answer to that, absolutely. And this is why she said absolutely.
The American economy is doing extremely well.
Wow.
Inflation has been high and it's been a concern to households. It's come down considerably. At the same time, we have about the strongest labor market we've seen in 50 years.
Wow. Now, why is he saying that? Because they got all these immigrants and stuff. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, can you read between the lines?
Don't believe your eyes. Believe what we tell you.
A burgeoning of investment, especially in manufacturing, an industrial renaissance in the United States.
I started by asking her whether there are any conditions attached to America's.
Yeah, don't believe what you know. Believe what we tell you.
Crisis in
and that's
Gaza.
what they're telling you out. And they're just leading you like little dumb sheep.
And I think it was like 2.5 years ago, she said, oh, inflation's going to be really small and it's going to be transitory. Yeah, transitory into a recession.
Yeah.
And then like something you ain't seeing is all the striking going on, like UAW in Detroit and Chicago. They're starting to lay off people at Ford in Chicago. And
Yeah, President Trump is talking in his, speeches how he's going to bring this car economy back and stuff, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Come on now, why would we not vote for him? We already saw he has a history to do well, do a good job. What is the issue? What is the issue? And they sitting up here throwing shade on his name with accusations, but not doing it, talking about nothing that he did while he was president. Bring up some of that stuff. How come he's not, they ain't indicting on none of the stuff, how he got money from China, how he helped out the farmers and all that stuff. What about that? Why y'all not talking about any of that stuff? You're talking about all this made up stuff or stuff the president did. I mean, give me a break. This is ridiculous. Y'all don't see how it's a way to distract you, to keep you from the truth. Talk about that. He did good stuff, a lot of stuff that we was getting money. People where we were feared by countries and stuff. Now we're a freaking laughing stock. They're laughing at us. They're gonna laugh at you. Come on, y'all. Wake up.
And it's crazy right now. Just in the last day, Biden went over to Israel, and Netanyahu said, "I ain't talking to you." And then Biden's trying to go to Egypt and Jordan, and they're saying we don't need to be talking to you. And literally, they're telling him, "Get the hell on out of here."
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Well, I see Vanessa has been making a lot of comments. Would you like to come up? The link is there in the chat. If you want to come up to say anything, there's a lot of comments down here. I don't know if I want to get. Where am I at? Oh, there's a lot. She's wrote a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's see here. Vanessa says, I got a question for you all around. Did your kids apply for student loan forgiveness? If so, I wonder who gave them that forgiveness. No, my kids did not apply for student loan forgiveness. My son served in the military, and the military paid for Uncle Sam paid for the education. My son is a computer science engineer with a degree from the University of Miami that was paid 100% by the government. So no.
Yay.
And I didn't qualify for any of that stuff because I'm a middle-class working person. So I didn't get any type of extra benefits. So the Democrats have never benefited me. I've been a Republican for a while because I work for mine.
You notice how Vanessa assumed that you had kids?
Yeah. Well, I announce it when I tell everybody I'm a proud mother of 3 adult children, 2 XY chromosomes and 1 XX. And it's a shame that we have to identify our children as XY and XX because people don't want to believe that there's male and female. It's so sick, this society with these delusional thinkers and stuff. Yeah. I bet you Vanessa probably black too. You see, Andrew said that student loan forgiveness was 1, a blatant attempt to vote buying. Yep. 2, unconstitutional. And 3, entirely outside of his power to grant. Exactly. I don't even qualify for the student loan forgiveness. You have to be under the poverty level to qualify for anything. So no.
Even Pelosi, right after he said that, even Pelosi said that he doesn't have the power to do it.
Yeah. He's just trying to entice lazy people who don't want to pay their bills by offering the illusion that you'll get some type of a handout.
See, he's real slick because do you know how many students owe debt in America?
What's that?
How many? 41 million. Wow. So what they did, those experts and all that, they're like, well, if you do this, there's 41 million possible voters.
Wow.
If you go ahead and say you'll do this,
yeah,
they'll be like, dang, all I got to do is vote for him, and I'll get $10,000 or $20,000 knocked off.
Yeah.
Wow. He should be arrested for solicitation of bribery.
Yeah. Exactly. How about that? But we're gonna put trials on President Trump. When these guys are getting away with doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right. So I will start to put, because it's 2 a.m. I will start to, I'm excited the way this, that's why I'm cool with these trolls or the people that, that's not coming anymore, because I know that this is going to grow again eventually because.
I hope so.
Oh, it will.
That channel, American Patriot News, they're on at 9:30 in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
Okay.
They're really good. And actually, I threw your name at them, asking them if they'd contact you somehow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do some.
And I did the same. I did the same thing with the Doctor of Common Sense.
Uh-huh.
You need to watch a little bit of him.
Okay, let me write these down.
His full channel name is Ask the Doctor of Common Sense.
Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. Let's just take a little quick peeky at him.
Yeah. He's funny. He's good, and quite a bit of them.
Of common sense.
Ask the doctor of common sense.
Okay.
I like how Vanessa's like, oh, you better hope that Biden don't get you for slander. That's the
that
common sense.
Is this him?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's just see here. We'll pick one of his, a little short here. And let's see. America will be, let's see what he says on this.
I'd like to have an adult conversation with you, please. If you don't mind, if you could put your thinking cap, whether you be a conservative, a liberal, whether you be a moderate, a kook, a left-wing extremist, right-wing extremist, I want to talk to you for a minute because I want you to put your thinking cap on. See, problem is that while they got you guys fighting back and forth, they're destroying the damn country. Because I want you to think about one thing. Well, I got several things I want you to think about. I want you to put this in your thinking cap for a minute. If the spending pattern that they're doing right now continues, because they said we had $33 trillion, but if the spending pattern continues like we're spending within one generation or 30 years, that's less than a generation, we will be in debt $100 trillion if they just keep this spending pattern up. Now, I ask you, why would these Ivy League trained lawyers, all these smart people who care so much about the people, why would they try to run up the debt like that?
Yeah.
And you think about the policies that they're in trying to enforce on us. I just heard what the New Mexico, New Mexico governor is trying to push, make sure all vehicles by 2035 are electric. See, that's the type of bull crap I'm talking about. Hey, listen, tree huggers. You want to drive your electric cars. You want to not take baths. You don't want to shave up under your arms. You want to have hairy legs as women. You want to be musty. You want to be John Featherman. That's fine with me. I don't really care. But when you're trying to push this green trash down everybody else's throat, when anybody with any lick of damn common sense, no, it doesn't work. Now, why is the left pushing this and why is the right allowing it?
Right.
That's be the first thing you need to address, because the reason that the debt's going up is because of these ridiculous green programs. But let me put a little nugget in you even further. We're gonna reach the $100 trillion easily because of not only green energy program, but this war machine going on. If they were to have all people inside NATO, they would create another crisis. You know what they probably would say? They probably would say the green Martians are coming to invade us, so we need you to donate money. We need to tax you more so we can stop the green Martians. Matter of fact, we're polluting Mars. That's why they're running from Mars.
Wow.
We're polluting so much down here that it's going up to Mars now.
Which is more. Okay, let me stop.
Why do they keep talking about protecting other countries?
Yeah.
All these other countries we keep talking about protecting, we're not protected.
True.
Their first line of defense, they were hired. They swore unto the Constitution that they were supposed to protect our borders. They were supposed to try.
And that's what President Trump is saying that he will do, protect our borders. So why are people resisting voting for President Trump? I don't get it. What do y'all want? More of what's going on here?
How to make it, well, the American people can pursue after their dreams, but that's not what they're doing. They keep telling you how another country it depends on our democracy, that another country is at war.
Yeah.
That's what they keep talking about.
Yeah.
We spend money and give money away every damn year, even when they're not at war. We give these countries money who doesn't even like us because we think it's helping us. Well, all the money we giving away to all these damn countries seem like they should be very, very peaceful by now, but they're not. So you got them arguing over who's the Speaker of the House. You got the Democrats over here saying that the MAGA crowd, because they want to vote for one certain guy, all of a sudden, that means they.
All right, here goes a good one here. Vanessa says, I love being a Black Democrat, and you should feel the same way too. Black and proud. What does being a Black Democrat have to do with being Black and proud? Why would you love being a Black Democrat? Let's see, I got a little short here on these Black Democrats to see what y'all are talking about here.
I'm white and I'm not proud, so I'm trying to figure how are you going to be proud of something you had nothing to do with? I mean, how hard did you work to be the color you are?
We're a constitutional republic. There's a difference.
A constitutional republic, not a democracy. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty.
Bingo.
A democracy always degenerates into dictatorship, which promises government-guaranteed equality and security, but it delivers nothing but poverty and serfdom.
All right. Promises this equality. It delivers nothing but poverty. Listen.
The people it robs and rules.
Sound like democratic
America
states?
was founded as a constitutional republic to safeguard the liberties of the people against the tyranny of democracy or of one-man dictatorship. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic into a democracy.
That was in the 19th, all right? So 1900s there. So that was talking now. So imagine the progression that this ideology has taken since then.
The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling
Subversion of language, the same way now people say their own pronouns and stuff. He, she, they, all this old craziness, right? The same way they slid in that whole Democrat stuff here.
America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, the totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of our
Bingo.
You hear it every night.
Listen to this. This is completely on point.
All the mockingbird media, threat to our democracy. No, nut jobs. We're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. There's a difference.
A constitutional republic, not a democracy. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty.
Bingo.
A democracy always degenerates into dictatorship, which promises government-guaranteed equality and security, but it delivers nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules.
And the Black Democrats are in poverty, poor mentally, poor emotionally, all that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, did you see in Arkansas?
What's that?
The Arkansas governor went ahead and is pretty much evicting a Chinese company that they know is owned by China's government. And it was a seed company in Arkansas, and they're saying you're out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's another. You didn't know this, I'll bet you. The biggest pork producer in America is owned by China.
Really?
Look it up, and it's this pork is available at probably about 80% of all grocery stores around America. It's called Smithfield. They'll probably kill me now. Smithfield pork, which is almost everywhere, is owned by China.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
American pork company.
This is just the beginning, y'all. We need to keep this up and really be doing something. Like when it's time to get out there, and
got to start owning our own stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up here, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you too for coming up and speaking and taking the time, because a lot of times putting your comments in the chat, we lose it. It's a lot easier sometimes when you can just actually express yourself and say what it is that you're trying to say, and then we can build and grow from there. And like I said, the link is out there, so people just leaving just these little negative comments with no type of proof and stuff like that.
A whole bunch of pride about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I, yeah. So I'm about, doing some stuff. So we'll come back together, y'all. I appreciate everybody who is knowing that this is urgent. Our country is in distress right now. We don't have time to be fighting amongst each other. If y'all don't see that that's exactly what the enemy wants, is for us to be going back and forth and thinking that we're divided. That's how, the term divide and conquer is there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Strength in numbers, there's strength in unity.
Hey, it's in the Bible, and Lincoln said it. A house divided against itself cannot stand.
Thank you. Yep. So definitely, y'all. Come on. So we're gonna stick this out, and we're gonna get past the trolls, because I do believe that good is always going to prevail over evil, right? There's more of us good people, as long as we continue to be brave enough to stick together and not be silenced. I know that when this, first started taking place, it's easy to just be like, well, I'm just not gonna say now, I feel like dealing with these trolls and all this stuff. But you know what? Whatever, bring it on, because the truth is the truth, and I'm always going to be on the side of the truth. I don't care who the person is. If you are pushing delusional thoughts or delusional thinking, I am not on your side. I'm on the side of truth. And I don't know everything. And when I'm brought to the attention of something, if it's the truth, it's the truth. You just have to accept it,
Hey, if you a troll, you a Carly Russell.
Yeah.
Don't be a Carly Russell.
I know, huh? Yeah, or Cabo 6. The Cabo 6 out here supporting on the side of evil, on the side of wickedness. So, yeah. But I thank you so much. You got my email, Andrew?
I can't do email. I'm not that good on computers. It's a miracle I was able to jump on here like this.
Well, I appreciate you. Yeah. So, you always giving out the good comments and stuff. And I wrote down some of these names and stuff, and I'll lock them in and share some of those videos. I will react to them. So
I'm glad you checked out the Doctor of Common Sense. You see him a little bit.
Yeah, we'll highlight some of his work, and I'll react to them, and the same with the other lady too.
Hey, because, and once again, I gotta say, American Patriot News.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty good. American Patriot News.
Yeah, and that's what we all about, y'all. Come on, USA. So we're gonna close it out with saying peace and love in the American way, and just help make America great again. And we're not doing anything by just going back and forth, arguing and calling each other names and stuff. We need to pick a candidate. We need to pick the person who is on the side of America, who's on the side of the people. And you can't just accuse Donald Trump of being a racist when he's shown in his character that he supports the Black people. There's videos before he was even the president or running for the president with him interacting with Black people. So anyway, all that to say is that go Trump. Trump, drill, baby, drill. So we got resources that we're sitting on here, and we got a great leader who's going to help us turn the country around. Let's do that, y'all. So don't be afraid to lift your voice. And I'll see y'all in another video. Thanks again.
Love you. Have a good night.
All right. Love y'all too. Peace and love.